Bearcats will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Longhorns offense is on the field for the first time today. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB, elite receiver.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Dropping back, it's Manning. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Line gets set, first down. Wants to throw on first down. And the pass was broken up, incomplete. And there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On first down, here comes this offense. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Going deep. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Texas! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. So Sam Houston State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Looking to throw, it's Watson. Got it in the middle, it's Black. There he goes. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans. This offense better find out how to slow him down.
Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield, it's Watson. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab deep. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Looking for a huge play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Manning. Looking left. He's got it. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speeds.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Out of the gun, the inside give. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll start this drive at their own 48. To throw, it's Manning. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Great job by the DB, seeing where the ball's going and breaking it. And I know that sounds stupid. Of course it is. He's supposed to do that. But a lot of times the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ground.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that.
Turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Back open in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Run the gun. The running back has it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wingo. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Defense looks as if it's coming. To the air, it's Watson. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the catch. It's Green. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse? Oh, he's got some space. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. Runs for the tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Here he goes breaking the pocket. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to the right.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20. Finding open areas. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. He fires a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Trying to burn this defensive back. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Reads it, fires complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burns. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. They'll move the tight end. Off play action on 1st down. He's got the tight end. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page.
Breaks into the open. Got some room entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Bearcats. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Texas offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go marks against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Catch in the middle. It's McCutcheon. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Manning. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got a man, it's O'Neal. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Porter. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's O'Neal. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Green. Oh, he goes! And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Dropping back, it's Watson. He caught it. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Sam Houston! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
And the Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Watson. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Finds his man, it's Green. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. The Longhorns come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Manning. A strike downfield. There he goes. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. And the beatdown has ensued. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Bearcats will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah.
He'll take the deep shot. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Offense in an empty set. Scanning the field, it's Watson. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Going to try to pop one on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. The give on the inside. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to go deep. Touchdown, Texas!
this offense is featuring him. We're doing a really good job. This guy is explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And, heck, yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the gap.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Plows through the defense. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Creates a little room. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. On his way from around the 50. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Manning. Bringing the heat. Snagged in the middle, it's Gibson. Free up the gut. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Texans! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Punt is in the air. He'll take it on the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Handoff from the gun. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking for a crease. It's Gibson. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the top.
He wants to take the top off. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Fights off a defender.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back on the option, the give. Running into the open space. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Kick is in the air. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Back to throw, it's Manning. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Snatches it on the right. Running free. He's at the... And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now this offense is back on the field. He'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Check. Over. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going right to work up top. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the black point and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of it today.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bearcats send out the punt unit. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Good field position. formation here as they start this drive from their 43. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Manning. Got him, and nobody's close. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Leaves it with the back. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Might be changing the route. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Fires to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go.